What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with another collective reading. This one is going to be on... Pull three, I'll pull the first one. So we have chair filled, and it means someone new is entering your life. So that being said, if you're interested in a one-on-one reading, up until September 29th, I'm doing readings for $20 for 20 minutes, and you can ask whatever questions you want, or I can pull and see whatever comes out. If it doesn't resonate, then I will simply refund you, and you can directly message me, leave a comment, or even book with me through the link in the bio. That being said, let's jump right in. So I guess let's see the role of this person entering your life, and let's go from there. So we have Firecracker with excitement, and Scales with keep your life in balance. So maybe they're going to help, and maybe your life has been kind of like in the exact opposite of excitement. So maybe they're going to help balance it out and then bring more joy to your experience. So it could be like a friend, maybe it's going to be somebody romantic, something along those lines. But I feel like they're going to bring balance to you in some way, shape, and form. I feel like this reading might be a little shorter, but I was fast. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like this is going to be somebody who has the potential to be in your life longer term, and they might be somebody who actually has abundance and the ability to take care of things or maybe help shift in some way, shape, and form, like the paradigm you're experiencing. So like if it's a friend, then maybe they're going to be able to like help take you out to do things, or maybe they're not going to mind like help covering for things. Or maybe it's going to be somebody who is, if it's a partner, somebody who's willing to take care of you or willing to put effort or invest time and energy into you. With the Page of Pentacles, it makes me feel as if it's the energy of somebody who is going to really be curious as to like how they can make this connection last in the long run. Pentacles has a lot to do with like ground, like things, because Earth is the most dense element in tarot, and therefore it has like a lot of longevity. So I like to think they're going to be considering how to continue to make this connection something that actually lasts. We have Nine of Wands. So maybe this is again after you've been going through something, pretty heavy and you're kind of exhausted. It's like the Wounded Warrior card. So again, and this card's been popping out a lot. So maybe you've been going through it, and this is somebody who's going to ease a lot of the burden that you've been going through. There are times where friends invest in you, friends help take care of you. There's so many times where the connections we have, you never know like how they can change our life in some way, shape, and form. And then we have I think it's the Four of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So maybe this is coming with letting go something that doesn't serve you anymore and standing on really firm boundaries. Like a lot of times when we are trying to bring something new in, we are holding on to things that don't really benefit us, and because we're holding on to it too tightly, it doesn't give space for the things we want to manifest sometimes. And it's not all the time like where you have to, cut off a friend or cut off somebody to get something new. But if it's something that you've been feeling has been draining you or doesn't really benefit you, then it could be a benefit to release and let go of those old things and then shift your focus towards like what will. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So again, excitement. We have Firecracker and the Ace of Wands. So it's going to be somebody who's going to definitely bring a lot more fun and joy into your experience. When I think of Ace of Wands, it makes me feel like it's the energy of like that spark that gets lit back into you. It's like sometimes we have moments like where it's like Charmander's tail, where sometimes like it kind of gets dull as its life force goes down. Like the Ace of Fire is kind of like that giant burst of energy that's going to like make it grow again. It's going to kind of like reinvigorate you almost. So if you've been looking for a connection or a friend or something in general, then it looks like somebody's coming in with the Hierophant. So maybe this is somebody who's going to be older or more traditional in some capacity. That, or maybe they're going to be somebody who you learn a lot from, where you gain a lot of knowledge or insight from them through the experience. It could be somebody who's going to be really wise, really intelligent, and really maybe spiritually in tune. Which, I mean, if you're on this channel, it makes sense that you'd want somebody to be aligned with like those kinds of energies versus, muggles. And I think it's a lot easier to simply... It's like when you think about like the Wizarding World in Harry Potter, like they don't have to spend time explaining to each other the baseline of like what is real. And I think when we're trying to find connections, it's a little difficult when people don't understand like the experiences that you might be having. So it's a lot easier when you're on a certain baseline with another person, so then the conversations that you have are at least not one-sided. And then we have the Six of Cups that just fell out. So it's going to be somebody who's going to make you feel right at home, somebody who's going to make you feel really connected. And it's not going to be somebody who makes you feel, like disconnected and like not safe. It's going to be somebody who makes you feel like you can be like yourself, somebody who really lets you let your inner child out almost. It's like somebody who lets you let your guard down, basically. I'll pull one more and then the bottom of the deck. So we can't. We have the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. So we have the need to not allow whatever past experiences or friendships or connections that went wrong to essentially sabotage this. Like we can't allow the past to be present in whatever connection you're trying to build. And I think it's really important to take a step back before this connection comes in and really reflect on maybe some of the, I wouldn't say traumas that you've been inflicted, but maybe some of the belief systems that you have around people. So that way, like when somebody who does come in who actually has good intentions, you're not going to be blocking it. Like if you're more aware of the fact that you tend to expect, people to do this, this, and that, then you're not going to, or at least you're a little bit more in control and more likely to be able to release those expectations being projected on a new individual. So if you were not aware that you expected people to betray you or you expected people to lie to you or whatever else, and then you approach every connection with that expectation unconsciously, it allows you to, or being conscious about like what that pattern is allows you to shift that paradigm a little bit more. And even if it doesn't completely eradicate it, it lets you at least be aware that you might be projecting out of your past traumas versus out of what is happening in the now. So I think it's important to be mindful of not letting the past impact whatever future, and not letting, if you've been cheated on the past, not to let somebody's just normal innocent behaviors become something that you're projecting those past wounds onto in some way, shape, and form. But that being said, peace and blessings, and I will catch you guys in the next reading.